Hello students, I, Professor Salil Deshpande from Department of Civil Engineering, Bausa Vartak Polytechnic, welcomes you to the online lecture series on design of steel and RCC structure. Okay, so in this particular topic, mainly what we are going to study is how to select the relevant steel structure for the given condition and what are the advantages and disadvantages of steel as construction material in various situations. So when I say steel, it is basically an alloy of iron and carbon that all of you know. Okay. Now because of its high tensile strength, this is very commonly used mainly for making say tools, various appliances, automobile parts, machines, or even weapons. Okay. And mainly for us, it is important because it is used to build the ships, buildings, and infrastructure. Where, as a civil engineer, you will come across the steel. Now, to maintain the quality of the steel, there are mainly three IS codes: IS 226, IS 8500, and IS 961. First is for the standard quality that we use. Then IS 8500 is for medium and high strength quality, which is used only on the specific jobs. And 961 is only specifically for high tensile steel. Okay, so where you need high strength steel, so it has some additional quality parameters which will be as per IS 961. Now this is about general steel. Now what we are going to study is a structural steel. So when I say structural steel, it is basically a category of steel used as material for construction of mainly buildings, infrastructure, ship, and so on. Okay, and it is used in various shapes. So structural steel sections are manufactured in the rolling mills, and they are called as the rolled steel sections. So what we are going to use are the rolled steel sections. The steel sections are named according to their cross-sectional shapes. Now, when we have seen all these structures made up of steel, so why steel is so commonly used? So it has certain advantages. So what are the main advantages? It has high strength, and secondly, with high strength is it has high strength to weight ratio. That means as compared to its weight, if you compare steel with any other material, and if you calculate the strength of that material and weight of the material, you will find that the strength to weight ratio is comparatively much higher for steel. Weight कम है मतलब क्या होगा? Weight कम है, that means your transportation cost will reduce. Okay, transportation efforts will reduce. Your cost of the structure will be reduced. Okay, then it has very good ductile properties and seismic resistance. Okay, because it is ductile, definitely it is going to have good seismic resistance. Seismic matlab earthquake. Then दूसरा advantage जो steel का है, the main advantage, it is the rapid construction. Now steel is normally manufactured in the factories. Then whatever components you want to build out of those sections, those components will be built in the workshop. They will be transported to the site and they will be erected. So actual construction cost, construction time on the site is much reduced. So in such cases, it will reduce your time. So the construction is very rapid. Now because the steel is maintained in the steel is constructed, or I will say steel is manufactured in the factories. The components are fabricated in the workshops under strict supervision. The quality of steel structure is very good. Okay, so it has high quality. Again, it is very durable, so it has very long life. Then it is an elastic material, and not only elastic, but it has a good uniformity. That means throughout the element, the strength remains the same. The strength does not change from point to point. Like in concrete, if you consider, so in concrete we have cement, aggregates, and sand. So wherever you have only cement on that particular part, maybe a centimeter cube part, there the strength will be different as compared to what you have in the aggregate. So strength at different points is going to be different in concrete. But in steel, because it is manufactured in the factories, it is uniform. Then after the construction of the steel structure, even if you want to make any modification, it is very easy to make the modification because we are going to connect it. We are going to join it. So all the parts which are joined, if you find that any of the part is to be replaced, so you can remove that part and you can rejoin it. Similarly, if you want to repair, the repair is also comparatively easy, and replacement is also comparatively easy as compared to any other material. And last but not the least, even if the structure has fulfilled its design life and you want to demolish the structure, still you will find after demolition you get a good cost, that is the good scrap value. Okay, so therefore we use steel at many places. So if these are the advantages, why we don't use the steel everywhere? So there has to be certain disadvantages. Okay, so what are the disadvantages? The main, very important disadvantage of steel is its initial cost. Okay, or rather I will say the total cost. Okay, it has a very high cost, initial cost. As you know, steel is a very costly material, and at the same time it also requires maintenance in the form of painting. Why we need painting? Because steel is subjected to corrosion. It's not that everywhere the steel will start corroding right from the erection, but depending upon the climatic conditions, particularly when you are when you are in a coastal area or in an area where which is very much affected by chemicals, so in such areas you will find high corrosion. So in such cases, you need to do regular maintenance, regular painting or regular anti-corrosive treatment. So that increases the cost of the steel. Secondly, because we want to lift the steel, we want to cut it, we need skilled labors and we need heavy equipments. Okay. Now, as the steel is very strong, it has a disadvantage also. What is the disadvantage? If the steel is very strong, the requirement of the section will reduce. As the section reduces, मतलब क्या? Area कम हो गया, length उतना ही है. So if the area reduces and length increases, then we get one more factor which we have studied in mechanics of structure, that is the slenderness ratio, L effective upon K minimum. So L effective upon K minimum का value जब बढ़ता है, when that value of slenderness ratio increases, that means what happens in that case? We have learned the Euler's theory. The material will be subjected to buckling. So steel structure, particularly the steel components which are subjected to compression, are susceptible to buckling because their section is less. Then it requires a fireproof treatment. As it is, if you see at a normal temperature or maybe a bit higher temperature, the steel is fireproof. But when there are huge fires, maybe around 800 degrees centigrade or more than that, in that case, when the steel starts melting, it loses its fire resistant properties and accordingly it loses its strength as well. So we are not talking about low temperature. We are not talking about 100, 200 degrees. We are talking about something around 800,000 or 1200 degrees. तो कोई भी फैक्ट्री है या कोई बिल्डिंग है उसमें जब आग लगता है तो वो टेम्परेचर इतना ला जा सकता है. So in that case, in such conditions, you need the fireproof treatment also.
So where you have maximum stress concentration, the steel may lose its ductility.
Now these rolled steel section, as you can see the various shapes of the shapes of steel, we have flat bar, then we have round bar, we have hexagonal bars, okay, then we have rebars which we normally use in reinforcement, okay, then we have chamfered bars, we have half oval, we have half round, and so on and so forth, the flat section. But mainly steel, in steel structure, what we are going to use is the rolled sections, okay, which are rolled steel I section, also known as the beam section. You can see it here. Then channel section, okay, this is a channel section. Then a T section, okay, this is a T section. Angle section, steel bars, flats, plates, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, when I say a T section, it is not only a T. As you can see on the right hand side, this is the T section, this is the cross section, and this is the length. तो ये बीम का लेंथ है और ये उसका क्रॉस सेक्शन है. जैसे नॉर्मली अगर हम लोग बीम ड्रॉ करते हैं तो बीम हमारा, समझो अगर मैंने कंसीडर किया कि द बीम इज रेक्टेंगल, दैट मीन्स व्हाट, अगर मैं बीम को रेक्टेंगल बोल रहा हूं, तो अगर ये मेरा बीम है रेक्टेंगुलर शेप का, तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द लेंथ ऑफ द बीम. ओके, दिस इज द लेंथ ऑफ द बीम, this is the cross section, and this is the length of the beam. Similarly, now in this case, this is going to be the cross section, the T section, and the T section is the cross section, and this is going to be the length, beam, column, whatever it is. Okay, so cross section is T, cross section is angle, cross section is tubular or box section, I section. This is also I. This is a wide flange. इसका width देखो ज्यादा है. This is normal I section and this is channel section. Okay, so these are the various sections that we use. And ये सबके details जो हैं, like if I give you a rectangle, you can easily find out the uh, area, moment of inertia, x bar, y bar. But for this T section, it is very difficult. Now you will say we have already calculated moment of inertia of T section, but this is different. This is called as the rolled steel section. As you can see at the end, there are it is rolled, it is rounded. Now because it is rounded, it becomes difficult to calculate its geometrical parameters. So all these geometrical parameters are given in a particular book, and that book is called as the IS handbook or IS handbook number 1, also called as the steel table. Now in this steel table, these sections are defined in a particular way. Okay, how they are defined? So there is a particular name which is given to every section. Now as you can see here, I have shown in the photograph, these are your rolled sections. As you can see, this is I section, I section. Can you see this channel section? Okay, or angle section? You can see this inner angle is rounded. Okay, if you observe carefully in this particular part, at the bottom, these are all rounded. Okay, so corners are rounded, है ना? So therefore they are called as the rolled sections. All these sections are named definitely according to their shape. This is I, C, angle, T, and so on. But in IS handbook number 1, we name it in a particular way. For example, when I have to name, say, the I section, I will say an ISLB 500 at 735.8 Newton per meter. Okay, तो जब मैंने उसको इस टाइप से मैंने उसका नेमिंग किया है, so what is the significance of all the parameters? Right, ISLB 500 at 735.8 Newton per meter. इसका मतलब क्या? IS मतलब इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड, B stands for beam, I section को हम लोग beam section भी बोलते हैं. 500 is the depth. कौन सा depth? तो 500 मतलब when I say 500, it is the total depth. So this is the depth that we are going to consider. Okay, and 735.8 is the per meter length weight. मतलब 1 मीटर का अगर ये सेक्शन हम लेंगे तो उसका वेट रहेगा 735.8 न्यूटन. सिमिलरली अगर ISLC 350 मैंने बोला, मतलब क्या? I and S stand for Indian standard, C stands for the channel section, ISNT, so T stands for the T section. When it comes to angle, we have mainly 3 type of angles, but we use 2. there are equal angles, unequal angles, and the bulb angles. Now these angles are designated in this particular fashion. That is ISA 125 by 75 by 10 mm. मतलब पहला साइड उसका 125 mm. When I say first side, so one side of the angle is this 125, the other side is this, that is 75, and the thickness is 10. Okay. These sections we can also with these sections we can also make the built up sections. Built up section का मतलब क्या होता है? Built up sections are the sections which are made using two or more rolled sections. मतलब दो एंगल, दो चैनल, एंगल एंड अ प्लेट एंड सो ऑन, तो उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे बिल्ट अप सेक्शन. ओके, सो दिस इज अ डबल एंगल सेक्शन. Now these are the different types. Like in I section, we don't have only one I section. We have n number of I sections, or for that matter here we have 5 I sections. Okay, as you can see in most of them the three letters are same, I, S and D. Okay, these letters are same, only the third letter is changing. Okay, so in the first case it is J. J stands for junior, it's a category. Okay, then L is for light, W is for wide flange, then H is for heavy, M is for medium. Okay, so these are the, that is the third letter ka significance. So these are various categories. Same way you can see in the channel, junior, light, medium weight, and so on. And there is a special type of channel which is called as the Indian Standard Gauge channel. So uska symbol is a bit different. In case of the T section, we have normal T section, deep T section, and light, medium, heavy. This category is there. Okay. And in I section, we have three types, as I have told you: equal angle, unequal angle, and the bulb section. So these are the various categories which are mentioned in the IS handbook number 1. So this is the angle. As you can see, this is angle, means it has two sides, L shape. Okay, so this is the L shape and this is the length. You can see the cross section. Okay, equal angle मतलब इसका दोनों side equal है. This is also L, this is also L. ये unequal है, एक side L1 L2 है, और you can say L and B. And this is called as the bulb angle. ये ऊपर यहाँ पे तुमको छोटा सा बल्ब दिखता है, इसके लिए इसको बोलते हैं bulb angle. But normally हमारे construction में we use this. And these are the various parameters. देखो अभी इसमें जो मैंने जैसे बताया कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, यहाँ का राउंड पार्ट, ये वाला राउंड पार्ट, ये वाला राउंड पार्ट, ये सब तुमको कंसिडर करना है for calculating the geometrical properties. So it becomes very difficult. So the IS handbook will give you the value of CY. You can see here CY means X bar, Y axis ka position. CX means Y bar, that is X axis ka position. It will give you moment of inertia about X axis. It will give you moment of inertia about Y axis. Then this angular axis, which is called as U axis and V axis. Now they are what? In case of angle, these are the axes where you get maximum moment of inertia and minimum moment of inertia. Okay, and when we use it in the structure, this is how we are going to use. As you can see, this is the angle. Okay, this is a part of a truss. तो ये नीचे का part है, right? This is called as the tie member, and these are the other components, maybe tension member, compression member, जो भी होगा. और इसको हमने क्या किया है? I have not connected these three angles directly. In between, I have, so this is your gusset plate. Okay, and this is the tie member, which is of angle section. This may be a tension member, compression member, and they are also angle. And as you can see, the holes. So these are not basically holes; they are the rivets or the bolts. A typical floor. Okay, so these are the beams. These are the main beams. These are called as the secondary beams. और उसके ऊपर we have put this formwork and the concrete slab. Now this mainly you will see in the skywalk, या जो नए ब्रिज बने हैं ये सब ये टाइप से बने हैं, रेलवे के ब्रिज. ओके, फुट ओवर ब्रिजेस आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. ओके, तो ये केस में देखो यहाँ पे एज यू कैन सी दिस इज द बीम एंड सी एट द एंड द सेक्शन इज आई. यहाँ देखो लेफ्ट साइड में अगेन दिस इज आई. So these are all I sections, and you can also see the connections, beam to beam connection. Okay, these are beam to beam connections. Now this is a column. Now you can again you can see कॉलम के टॉप में देख सकते हो उसका सेक्शन जो है वो भी क्या है, आई सेक्शन. Now these columns are also made up of not only I section. You can have various other shapes also. As you can see on the right hand side, you can have two channels combined together. This is called as face to face. Face to face. Okay. You can also have channels connected back to back. You can have double eye sections, two eye sections, or you can have four angles. Okay, so these are various shapes. और इसको connect करने के लिए we are going to use these parameters. Now this is normally called as lacing, and this type of connections are called as battens. Now you will be able to identify ये sections जो हैं ये कौन से हैं. यहाँ से देखने पे हमको क्या दिखता है, we see only the line, है ना. So now by looking here at here, by referring to the previous sites, now you can see ये वाला जो है column, this will be maybe double channel or I section. यहाँ पे you can see the I section. You can see in the truss. Okay, truss में देखो ये नीचे का जो member है. Okay, this is a T section. Then यहाँ पे you can see the angle. ऊपर यहाँ पे you can see the angle. Okay, for the sloping roof. Then in case of the bridge, you can clearly see I section here for use for the girder. Girder is like a beam, so you can clearly see the I section used. Okay, 5 I beams are used. But in case of the through bridge, you can see here, यहाँ पे देखो double channel is connected by battens. Okay, if you observe carefully, you will find here, right? These inclined lines, all these inclined lines. Okay, then this transmission tower, you can see various angles. ये देखो ये सब जो है ये सब angle sections है. बड़े बड़े जो है वो angle sections है और छोटे जो है वो plates है. In case of the foot over bridge, ये column देखो यहाँ पे column में you can see there are double channel connected with lacing. These are all you can see, these are ये truss है, ये truss के लिए all these are the angle sections. Then the gantry girder. This is the gantry girder made up of sections. This is the gantry girder made up of plate. येलो वाला जो है वो प्लेट से बना है और ये जो है वेरियस सेक्शन से. तो ये ऊपर का जो पोर्शन है ये ट्रस है. ओके, ये ट्रस सेक्शन से बना हुआ है. देन द चिमनी मेड अप ऑफ प्लेट, पूरा का पूरा प्लेट से बना है. और यहाँ पे यू कैन सी द कॉलम्स आर मेड अप ऑफ चैनल और आई सेक्शन, दिस स्ट्रट्स. ओके, और द ब्रेसिंग्स दे आर मेड अप ऑफ द एंगल. और ऊपर यहाँ पे जो वाटर टैंक है इट इज मेड अप ऑफ द